Dear Black Americans, do not expect to beat a child and expect that child not to cry. Once beaten, twice shy. Today's video is an educational video for especially my Black American people. And why I'm bringing this video is because a lot has been going on recently that some persons are actually informed, while some persons are not informed. They cannot beat you and tell you not to cry. It is going to be wrong. Anyways, this video is for educational purposes only, and so that a lot of us can learn from each other. Learn to gatekeep. Learn not to talk when you are not supposed to talk. Learn to know what is most important in your community and keep it to yourself. When you give it out, we are going to use it, and at the end of the day, we are going to use it against you. Anyways, welcome back to the channel. It's Sonia, and I'm back again with another mind-blowing video. How you guys doing? Hope you guys are fine. Hope you guys are good. If this is the first time to do a subscribe, like this video, drop me a comment, and lastly, do not forget to share. In today's video, we're going to dive into Black Americans and every other stuff, and how we are going to learn how to mind our business as Blacks. You understand? Thank you so much for always coming to support me. This video, like I said, is for educational purposes. Credit belongs to the original creators of each of the clips you see us insert in our today's episode. And yes, with that being said, let's dive right into this video. Let's go, guys.
Brothers and sisters, it is time to gatekeep our culture. My name is Brother Legend, and I'm here to raise your consciousness. Now, to those that know it has been time, and I can stop the video right now. But we really need to go into depth about how the community is coming together, and it's time to start gatekeeping the culture. DJ Khaled, Fat Joe, Ben Baller, Johnny Dang, DJ Vlad, Adam 22, all of these vultures got to go. It's time for us to be about us. It's time to gatekeep our talent and gatekeep our dollars and bring it to Black businesses. It's time to gatekeep our energy. I don't want to see no pro-Black spaces talking about free Palestine. Free Congo, free Haiti, free Libya, free Sudan, free our brothers and sisters worldwide. Then we'll get to them. Some of y'all even need to gatekeep who you give access to what's between your legs. We do not want any grape salad at the cook.
Dear Black people, specifically African American people, children of the formerly enslaved, listen up. It is a beautiful thing, and the ancestors are rejoicing in the fact that we are reclaiming and recovering the African American language dialect called Tut or Tutnese. But I will remind you to keep it off of social media. There's a lot of you out here who are telling white people, reminding them that this isn't for them, and good on that. But I want to remind you that historically, white people do not listen. When we tell them to keep their hands off of our shit, they're going to put their hands and their feet and their whole body in our shit. So keep it off of social media. Share it with other Black people privately and with caution. Keep it off of social media.
Now do you all see why gatekeeping needs to be taken seriously? From here on out, yes, a white tea woman tried to trademark Hillman Top that fast. While we all were building, they were trying to snatch it away from you that fast and claim it as their own. This is nothing new. This has happened in history multiple times. Do not know how many inventions that Black people have invented, but do not get the credit for it because a white tea person came and trademarked it and claimed it as their own. This is not a drill. This is not a game. There is a transfer of wealth happening right now. See how they just tried to snatch your wealth right from under you that fast. It is not time to be inclusive. It is not time to be all open arms. It is not time to invite everybody to kick out. It is time to take our community serious. Human talk is not a trend. It is not a movement. It is a real thing. And we're going to continue to build and continue to become self-sufficient and self-reliant. Again, like our ancestors. But we're going to move forward and learn from the past so we don't let history repeat itself when they took our institutions and everything in our communities down. It is time. Gatekeeping needs to be a requirement and the standard. And if anybody who looks like you, who claim to be Black American, Solon, foundational Black American, whatever you want to claim it to be, they do not agree with gatekeeping, they need to be exiled immediately. And no ifs, ands, or but about it. Take this as a lesson learned and move accordingly.
Cultural gatekeeping is definitely a big problem when it comes to the Black community. And I already know I'm gonna get some stick for this, but hey, it is what it is. Like, I gotta say it how it is because it's the truth. Some of the older folk in the Black community, need to be held accountable in some way. Now, I ain't saying it's all their fault, right? But, we have to put some onus on them. Because definitely some of the things that, the older people in the Black community try to portray onto the younger Black people, in the Black community is, it's cultural gatekeeping. And the older people in the black community have definitely done this, whether they have known it, whether knowingly or unknowingly. They have definitely done this. And if you're black and you're watching the video, let me know if this is true. But I definitely think this is a fact. They hold on to outdated mindsets of survival, success, and identity. And don't get me wrong, I understand that some of the things that y'all went through back in the day, it impacted your life like in a significant way. Like it wasn't, you know what I'm saying? And it's not something that you can easily get over. Like I'm not going to sit up here and act like, you know what I'm saying, there wasn't real oppression and real challenges. However, the truth is that the advice and the expectations that y'all are giving nowadays to the younger generation is just like, bro, it doesn't fit the modern world structure. And what it inadvertently does is basically it poisons the minds of the younger generation and leads them to think they believe something that's just not true anymore. And from there, they attain the victim mindset, and then they go down a path that does not have success in it. But yeah, this is not me saying, oh, like, you know what I'm saying, you shouldn't tell the younger generation about what happened, you know what I'm saying, and tell them to forget about it. But like, bro, like the solution is definitely not to have them think the way that y'all were thinking back in the day, because like, bro, like it just doesn't work. Like things and times are way different now, and or skin color is not holding us back.
I finally got caught up with the whole Essence Fest shit on why they flopped. And my main point of that, what is the word? My main takeaway from that is foundational black Americans need to gatekeep more often, because it's increasingly obvious that the culture that foundational black Americans have brought into America and is still bringing to America is being slowly erased from the erasure of DEI programs. Even way before that, black American culture is either getting erased or monetized by white buyers. And I have seen a comment on one of those Essence Fest videos, and the commenter has said that for a long time, black American culture has been getting whitewashed, even from movies to music, and they were absolutely correct. Because why the fuck is Harriet Tubman being played by an immigrant, right? Why are our biggest melanated actors all either immigrants or UK people, right? Rap music, a predominantly black dominated genre. The top male rapper is a Canadian man, Drake. And before I get in the comments saying, oh, you're not the top, I'm going off of statistics. Statistic-wise, Drake is the biggest to ever fucking do it male-wise. And then you have Nicki. She's the biggest to do it female-wise. So, and she's from Trinidad. So it's like, for some reason, black Americans can get no real foothold into any of these industries. And then the wealthy black Americans that we have, they're in boules, so they're not even allowed to invest that money properly into black communities so we can do more. You understand what I'm saying? And for like the African, for the diaspora people who feel a certain type of way because Essence Fest flopped because black Americans did not show up for real, I think you guys failed to realize that just a couple years ago, not even a couple years ago, years, like 1 or 2 years ago, y'all were saying that we don't have no culture. Y'all were saying that we don't know where we came from. We don't know our language, all of that shit. And even though it wasn't all of y'all, it was still a large percentage who said that. And not only that, y'all literally tell y'all other brothers and sisters before they get here to not mess with black Americans because of this reputation that we have. So it's like for y'all to come into our land, push black culture into our black American culture as a way of unifying and inclusifying everybody, but then turn around and not inclusify black American culture with your Caribbean and diaspora culture. It just goes that the erasure of black American culture isn't only at the hands of white people or Jewish people or Mexican people or nobody. It's also y'all too, right? And so it's different because it's like y'all have y'all culture, as y'all have told us many times, back at Africa. We don't got shit anywhere. So for y'all to come into our shit and then force feed us your fucking culture under the guise of inclusivity, but then turn around and not include our culture in y'all shit. Because if y'all don't recall, back when Afro-Fest happened and y'all had Gunna, a black American, headline y'all shit, Gunna was getting hella hate from y'all because he was there, saying, oh, why is Gunna there? Oh, y'all could have had Rima, etc., etc. So imagine how the fuck we feel when y'all come into our black festivals, and not only do you not invite black American influencers or black American artists to really come up and represent, y'all put y'all own shit in our shit. It's just time after time again, black Americans are constantly getting spitted on from every fucking way we turn, and yet we're supposed to just turn around and play the moral game and be nice and include everybody and oh, you're invited to the cookout. No. And that's another issue. Black Americans, we need to start gatekeeping more. We need to start gatekeeping more. That's why our shit is slowly getting pulled from us in the first place. Because pretty soon, rap music isn't even going to be a black American dominated genre anymore. It's going to be an AI dominated genre using black Americans as their caricature. You understand what I'm saying? And so we really have to lock in We really have to lock in with the culture. I mean, seriously, no more 50-50 talks, no more podcasts and shit. Like, we really need to invest in black talent, do more with black talent, invest in black communities, and do more in black communities. It's no shade. Our youth is being taken away from our very own eyes using music, using media that's not really curated by us. It's made by us, but it's not being incentivized by us. It's being incentivized by people who don't like us. And so the people who's creating our music isn't creating our music to their best interest. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, enough is enough. That's all I gotta say. Enough is enough.
First Drake, Vlad next, DJ Khaled. Shit, who else? Who else need to be on the docket? Adam 22. All of these people that are not black, that are profiting, building legacies off of the black dollar and reinvesting it into their own community. Black people, it is time to start gatekeeping. It's been time. Because I know some people that come, it's been time. We should have, whatever. The time is now. The right time to do it is when it's done. So it's time to start gatekeeping. These be the same people who love to invalidate black culture. That be their first thing to say, how black Americans don't have culture while simultaneously feeding off of that said culture. How the fuck did DJ Khaled get away with saying the N-word on all them songs for so long? The way Vlad from Vlad TV spoke to that black woman when she told him it wasn't his place to speak on black issues, to speak on blackness, it wasn't his place. And that man said, bright and early Monday morning, I'm going to call your place of employment. Oh, them Caucasians, I don't even know what his ethnicity is. But white adjacent, whatever it is, boy, they all operate the same. They all operate the same. It don't matter how many times you invite their asses to the cookout, they will sell you out just like their ancestors in a heartbeat. Black people, it's time to wheel it in. It's time to gatekeep blackness, y'all.
I will always support African Americans in wanting to gatekeep their culture because the erasure is real. Gatekeep hip-hop, gatekeep R&B, gatekeep your culture, period. As an Afro-Latina, like, trust me, I know firsthand the erasure is real. For context, Latino music such as like reggaeton, salsa, bachata, just to name a few, are historically black Latino music. They have their roots in black Latinidad. And as a result, the artists that used to have the biggest impact and largest visibility in these genres were black Latino artists. Fast forward to today, the artists with the biggest impact and the largest amount of visibility in these genres are white Latino artists. It's so bad that they have started to play in our faces. They gave J Balvin about 2 years ago Afro-Latino Music Artist of the Year award. This conquistador Cruz, this direct descendant of Christopher Columbus, accepted and was awarded Afro-Latino Music Artist of the Year award. I will never let this go. Now, I'm not saying we don't have Afro-Latinos that are very, popular today still in these music genres, as we should, but they do not have the impact nor the visibility that the white Latino artists in these genres have began to receive. It has gotten so bad that there are now Spaniards winning Latino Music Artist Awards. Spaniards. And it's honestly just so sad to see like the erasure in fucking real time. Like our music, like we had salsa songs that would sing about, the impact of slavery in Latin America. We used to have music that would sing about and talk about the beauty of black Latina women. None of that exists anymore for the most part.
I genuinely believe that within the next decade, we'll witness a major cultural shift in the black community. One where gatekeeping becomes a necessity. Okay, it's going to become sacred. We've been the blueprint for so much. Music, language, fashion, spirituality, beauty standards. And it's not just white people who have exploited us. Sometimes we are experiencing non-black minorities who have built a platform, businesses, identities rooted in black culture, while all holding anti-blackness biases or perpetuating the harm. So I do believe in the next couple of years we are going to experience, and slowly but surely even now, we're going to be experiencing black people just gatekeeping completely. And even that shifting into mainstream media, where we have black celebrities who are going to be slowly but surely gatekeeping the culture as well.
Only few will still listen to this. One problem I feel like a lot of black Americans have is because they have this meekness inside of them that whenever they have something, they want to actually share it to the world so that at the end of the day, the world can also share from their experience. But now, the thing is, at the end of the day, when you share, You're sharing to the wrong people. You're sharing to the people that are ready to move everything from your environment and make it look like they actually made this thing happen. They actually made this thing exist. Without them, you wouldn't have had the knowledge of this thing. That is why gatekeeping is important. Dear Black Americans, how long will you keep quiet, sit down, watch the things you've created, invented, to just be taken away like that? Ask yourself that question. Let's continue with this particular video, and I'll be back with commentaries.
So I am going to answer your question because a lot of other people have asked it in good faith. But before I do, I want to identify that this is a textbook bad faith line of questioning. I believe that you are smart. I believe that the people who follow me are smart. I believe that you know that you can speak other languages and that is a skill and asset and a connector in this world. I also believe that you either have not researched this and have already decided how you feel about it and just want me to explain it to you to reinforce your existing worldview, or that you have researched it and have taken in that information and decided to invalidate it anyway. I would also just like to say that this whole concept of what we can and can't do is absurd. You know that you can do whatever you want. What you're talking about is, are there consequences for doing what I want? And there are consequences for everything we do in this world. I believe you know that. I believe everyone knows that. So I'm going to reframe your question and go ahead and answer it. This will also be the last time that I'm engaging with bad faith questions like this. Again, I'm only answering it because other people asked in good faith. African American Vernacular English, or Ebonics, is a non-standard form of English with a systematic grammatical structure that's spoken by Black folks in America, Canada, the Caribbean, pretty much anywhere touched by the transatlantic slave trade. It has a formal grammatical structure and varies region to region in terms of its vocabulary, accents, and phonology. Some examples of this structure are the habitual be, the perfect present, and the omitted be. You can look those up. So let's talk about why AAVE or Ebonics is inherently political. The first thing that you have to recognize is that there's a power imbalance in terms of the relationship between whiteness and blackness. So when you think about AAVE and the way that it's perceived for Black people, the consequences of a Black person using their own vernacular versus a white person are disparate. For example, whether it's publishing standards, academic institutions, professional settings, Black people using AAVE are seen as ignorant, less educated, and therefore less valuable. Whereas white people are able to pick up artifacts of Blackness to signify different things and put them back down at will without facing those consequences. Additionally, when white people enter Black spaces and sort of cherry pick cultural artifacts and language, they're misusing them. And because of the long history of AAVE and Ebonics being seen as improper, non-structured, and invalid, this contributes to the overall idea that Black culture is kind of a random series of accessories that white people can pick up and don at will. Additionally, people use this for profit, right? Like whenever celebrities rebrand in a more sexual or edgy direction, they often start to pick up Black artifacts of culture and language. This is really problematic because it operates on the premise that Blackness is inherently other and therefore rebellious or gritty or dangerous. These kinds of negative stereotypes get Black people killed and make white people money. And to the idea of gatekeeping words, I don't think it's gatekeeping to expect people to understand the richness and validity of terms and language that they're using. A lot of the times people use these words and don't even identify that they come from the Black community, which contributes to the erasure of Blackness in digital and physical spaces, in culture in general. Also, frankly, a lot of you guys use it wrong. And if you're using words wrong, you probably shouldn't be using them. If you don't know what they mean, you should probably keep them out of your mouth. So as long as Black people continue to be denied the credit they are due for the culture they create, and as long as they are disproportionately punished for accessing the things that they have created, there will be negative consequences for appropriation. And I find it much more interesting that people tend to focus on the negative consequences they experience from taking something that's not theirs, instead of dismantling the structure that dehumanizes people who have the things that they want. Everybody want to be Black, but don't nobody want to be Black.
Money Long is doing her part in gatekeeping Black culture, and I love that for her. I love that for her. So she said that she's not writing soul music for non-melanated people. And my thing is, why isn't this a thing? Like, honestly, I'm really tired of the conversation of Black culture is just American culture. No, Black culture is Black culture. I think that's the main thing that frustrates me about Black culture so much, is that we don't gatekeep. We don't gatekeep our hairstyles. I be seeing people that are Black doing non-melanated people's hair in Black hairstyles. And yes, there are Black hairstyles. We don't gatekeep our music. We don't gatekeep our swag. We don't gatekeep our accessories. We don't gatekeep shit, our food, nothing. As soon as a non-melanated person learned how to make mac and cheese, now y'all want to buy up all the noodles. Like, you ain't never had those type of noodles your whole life when it came to mac and cheese. Now you want those type of noodles. Like, y'all, we have to start gatekeeping our shit and not blowing up the people that are not. Man, let me go on, because I'm about to start sounding like Malcolm X. So let me just get off. But Money Long, I love that for you. Thank you.
Of course, there's always one Black person that explains in great detail exactly what we're talking about. And that is what has to stop. We don't have to explain our culture to nobody. It's like, if you know type of thing. We've seen a lot of people tell us that we don't have culture while profiting and monetizing and hijacking said culture. And we've seen a lot of people become very wealthy from just knowing a little bit about our culture. But yeah, the point I'm making is this. Don't explain. If they don't know, good. They don't need to know. Do not explain our culture to nobody.
Anyways, welcome back, guys. I hope you guys have seen all of that, and I hope a lot of persons are actually learning, or they are still learning. Right now, I actually did some of my research as well, and here am I. Okay, so why you, as a Black American person especially that is watching this, need to shh. In Nigeria, Igbo people call it mechonu. My tribe call it alwedade. You understand? Anyways, Black American needs to keep and protect their culture because it is more than just traditions. It is their history, identity, and power. Here are some reasons. One, for preserving identity. Black Americans' culture is rooted in resilience, creativity, and survival. Keep it alive. Ensure that future generations understand where they come from, and maintain a strong sense of self in a society that often tries to erase or dilute their identity. Honoring ancestors. Every song, hairstyle, dish, and traditional carried the memories of ancestors who fought, struggled, and sacrificed. Protecting the culture, honor those who endure slavery, segregation, and systematic racism while still recreating beauty and community. Countering and racial and appropriation. Many aspects of Black cultures, from music, jazz, hip-hop, blues, to fashion and slangs, are often copied, monetized, or misrepresented without giving credit to the people who created them. Keeping culture means refusing to let it to be stolen or rewritten by others. Strength in unity. Culture acts as a undefined force. Share traditional languages, food, art, and values. Help Black Americans build strong communities, resist oppressions, and inspire solidarity. Power and blueprint of American. Much of what is celebrated as American culture today, music, style, sports, language, and food, originated from the Black culture. Protecting it means protecting the blueprint that shapes American itself. Inspiring for the future. By holding on their cultural roots, Black Americans can continue to inspire future generations, showing them that despite the challenges, they can still innovate, lead, and shape the whole world. Keeping culture means keeping power, memories, and freedom. I'm not saying you should not share as a Black American. I'm not saying that you should be stingy with what you have. But just know that it is not everything that you pull out there on the social media for every other person to see. Especially something that is putting food on your table. Because the problem, like I said from the initial part of this video, is not you taking it. It's giving accolade. It's giving credit. It's giving honor to whom honor is due. And that is why in all of my videos, I keep telling you that credit belongs to the original creators of this video. Not because I just want to say it. I want to say it because I respected people that actually created this video and made it out there for me to be able to pull out commentaries on this video and also air out my own view and my own opinion. But in different cases, Black Americans have not been given that credit. Black Americans have literally been denied. Black Americans have literally been accused of being stingy, of being lazy, like just name it. For how long will that continue to be? Anyways, let me know what you think in the comment section. Like I said, this video is for educational purposes alone and nothing more. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe, like, comment, and share. And I want to say a very thank you for every one of you that is actually supporting this channel. I do not take you guys for granted. God bless you super duper. Okay. Anyways, let me know what your thoughts is. Credit belongs to original creators of this video, and I hope all my Black American people are happy wherever they are. With no further ado, like I say in my videos, I'm going to be saying bye and I'll see you guys in my next one. For now, bye guys. I love you. Mwah.